So you're thinking about buying a house in St. Matthews, Kentucky, but maybe you've never been here and maybe you're not familiar with the area at all. My name's Sawyer. I'm a realtor here in Louisville, and I help people with this all day, every day. Every week, I'm getting calls, texts, DMs, emails from people just like you that are interested in buying a place here, but want to learn more about the area. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop on Google Maps here in just a second, and I'm going to show you some of the restaurants, some of the shops, just what it's like to live right in the heart of St. Matthews as a new member of our community here in Louisville. Stick around, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I look forward to showing you guys around. Alrighty, so here we are on Google Maps, and I wanted to tell you guys all about St. Matthews today, and I want to start by kind of giving us an overview of where St. Matthews is. So I'm gonna get my little marker out here. St. Matthews is centrally located right here in the heart of our city. And what that's going to mean is that it has access to two of the major thoroughfares in the whole of our city. Now, let me get rid of this and I will show you a little bit more of what I mean. Actually, St. Matthews has access to really three of the major thoroughfares, and I'll get to more of that in a second, but two major highways. So St. Matthews is right adjacent to the Watterson Expressway, which is right here. It's called 264 on your map, and it runs the inner loop of the city. And within this, you're going to have St. Matthews, you're going to have Clifton and the Highlands. Frankfort Avenue runs right here, and we'll get more into that in just a minute. But you're also going to have access to, and I have to erase this now, you're going to have access to 64 is just going to be a little bit of a stroll over. So you're going to have to get on the Watterson and then head south towards 64, but 64 is going to put you all the way out here, about 10 minutes, to the second loop here, which runs outside of the city, which is going to be the Gene Snyder. And I'll trace that around here so you guys can see as well. Now, why am I mentioning these highways? I'm mentioning these highways because they are so important to the city. Over and over again, you're going to have people mentioning the Watterson Expressway and the Gene Snyder, and so you need to know which highways they are. It took me years to figure out which one was which, but people are going to reference them not by their number, but by their name. So they're going to call this one the Watterson, and they're going to call this one the Snyder, most likely, or the Gene Snyder. I don't know why they're named the names that they are, but those are the names there. Now, let's actually get into the city of St. Matthews itself. So on a previous video, I talked a little bit about the population of St. Matthews, and I actually said something that was incorrect in the video, and I corrected it in editing, but I said that the city of St. Matthews had a population of about 70,000 people. Now, that's not accurate. The population of St. Matthews is 17,000 people. So 17,000 people live in this area here, whereas the whole of the Louisville Metro, according to Google at least, has a population of about 630,000 people right throughout here. For reference, the next largest city in the state of Kentucky is right here, and that is Lexington. Lexington has about half of the population of Louisville at about 300,000. If you head north up 71 from Louisville, about an hour and a half, you're going to get to Cincinnati, Ohio. And Cincinnati also has a population of about 300,000. While we're at it, we can go ahead and talk about Indianapolis, which is straight up I-65 north. Indianapolis has a population of about 880,000. So that's going to give you a good kind of size comparison of Louisville compared to some other places around us, as well as a good size comparison for the city of St. Matthews in particular. Okay, so if you've never been to St. Matthews, you need to know one thing about it, which is that it is the suburban core of our city. All of your major shops and restaurants are going to run all throughout this road right here. So let me show this for you. So this is Frankfort Avenue, which begins in Clifton and runs down to about right here. And then you're going to have Frankfort Avenue turn into Shelbyville Road. And Shelbyville Road's going to run all the way out through the Snyder, and it's actually going to run all the way off the screen here towards Shelbyville, which is about 30 minutes. It's a rural town, about 30 minutes outside of the metro. There's going to be three main things for you to pay attention to here in St. Matthews in terms of what you're going to do with your time. There are three main shopping locations that are probably going to have about 400 or so different malls, stores rather, in the three different shopping malls here. So the first one is going to be right here, which is going to be Shelbyville Road Plaza. Now, Shelbyville Road Plaza is an open air strip mall, and I have shown this in my tour of the area, which may or may not be posted at the time when this is uploaded, but if it is, there should be a link to it somewhere around the video, either in the description or a little pane that you can click to go to our in-person tour of the area. But in that video, I showed the Shelbyville Road Plaza. I also showed Mall St. Matthews here, which is an indoor mall, and then on the other side of the Waterson, I showed the Oxmoor Mall. Between these three, you're going to have all the shopping that you could really ever want. Now, if we're going to dive a little bit more in depth here, I'll take you a little bit through each of these so that you can see a little bit more of what's here, and then a couple of my other personal favorites here in the city. So as we zoom in, you're going to see this is the open air Shelbyville Road Plaza area, which is a really neat place to shop. It's got our Trader Joe's here. It's got a Feeder's Pet Supply on the other side. Going maybe back down through this side, you've got a United States Postal Service. You've also got a Quest Outdoors, which is right here. There is a, let's see if I can get it show up. Maybe not everything's showing up on here. There's also a new J. Crew factory, which opened recently right here in the corner, to the left on the screen of the post office here. You've got a fur coat shop, which I've actually never been to, right down here, as well as just a lot of other stores in the strip mall that I'll let you take a look at, that kind of ends with Nova Salon here, and this dialysis place. But headed back up the other side, we've got Jason's Deli. We have a phone repair shop and a rug shop, Buffalo Wild Wings, a pho place. You've got your World Market here, Guitar Center, Old Navy, Nordstrom Rack, and there's actually, maybe it's not showing up either. There's actually a Nike outlet in here as well, but that doesn't seem to be showing up on the Google Maps. And one of my favorite places over here actually is this little Blaze Pizza shop that I don't believe it's a local chain. It is a chain, but it's one of my favorite little places tucked away in here that I meet folks for every so often. I wanted to show one other place that was really neat off of Shelbyville Road Plaza. It's actually here on the other side, and I try to talk about this as much as I can because I love it. There's two shops here in this little area. One called Nothing Bunt Cakes that has all these neat little bunt cake deals. And then right next to it is a place called Royal Fine Jewelers. And I'm trying to see if I can get a better picture of the front of it. I can't. That's actually where I bought my wife her wedding ring and engagement ring. And so that store means a lot to us. And that's just one of many places that's really awesome about St. Matthews. Moving actually back down towards Frankfort Avenue, towards Clifton a little bit more, I am going to show you a couple places that are worth noting because they are kind of right here still in the heart of St. Matthews. You've got a Five Guys over here. You have an Oriental House Chinese restaurant, which is a super cool Chinese restaurant. I once went there with a buddy of mine in college and had duck feet for the first time. And if you've never had duck feet, it's quite the experience. You've got a FedEx office here, a Walgreens. You have a Planet Fitness across the way, across Shelbyville Road here. Technically, this is Frankfort Avenue at this point, but most people are going to refer to this as Shelbyville Road up until it kind of splits off right here and gets a little bit more complicated in through here. And as we move out here, we're kind of moving more towards a little bit more towards what would be considered like the Crescent Hill neighborhood. So really, this is going to be mainly what is referred to as St. Matthews. So let's head back over towards Shelbyville Road Plaza, and actually further down Shelbyville Road, you've got this little area with the Frisch's Big Boy, Taco Bell, AT&T store. You have a Whole Foods here, and I believe it's not located in here, but I believe that there's a gym that is right in this area. You've got a Hilton Hotel back here, and then as you move down right here, which would be Sherburne Lane, Sherburne Lane's gonna take you towards Mall St. Matthews. Mall St. Matthews is a mall that has 130 plus stores. There is also a it's interesting that it's not showing up in here. Here it is. You have your Cinemark movie theater, which is the main movie theater right in the heart of St. Matthews. My wife and I love going there. I went there all the time in college. It's a really cool theater, one of our favorites, and it's right there in there with everything else in the Mall St. Matthews area. Typically, I think that the Oxmoor Mall is a little bit more popular than St. Matthews Mall, but it is a place where people definitely go, and people often will frequent the Cheesecake Factory here in Dave & Buster's. Across Shelbyville Road from that, you're going to have Chick-fil-A, and then you're also going to have this 10-Pin Strike Center, which is a fun little bowling alley that people love. Right next to the Chick-fil-A is Arby's, and then across 10-Pin Lane here, you're going to have a Texas Roadhouse and a McDonald's, and another little shopping center back here that's going to have a DSW shoe store, a Total Wine, a golf store called the Golf Galaxy, and then you're also going to have our only Best Buy that I'm aware of in the area right here, right beside the Watterson. So as we move across the Watterson down Shelbyville Road, as we move more up this way, you're going to get into what's kind of the Linden area, which is really a separate neighborhood from St. Matthews, but it is it's a cool little space that is not quite as expensive as right in the heart of St. Matthews, and a lot of people love moving over there. But what I want to take you to on this map tour is the Oxmoor Mall. Oxmoor Mall is probably the premier mall in the city, and we actually just got this new Topgolf installed after a whole lot of fuss. There was a lot of going back and forth. The city didn't really want it there, but ended up it went there, and it's one of the most popular locations in the area now. But we've got Oxmoor Mall here, and you have a Von Maur that's here on the west side here, Dick's Sporting Goods, and then several other stores that kind of go all throughout. My wife's favorite store is right here, Madewell. There's a Johnston & Murphy, there's a Bath & Body Works, a Sephora, and then across from the Sunglass Hut here is the most popular store in the whole mall, which is the Apple store. And it's the closest one. The next closest one is in Lexington. So it is super packed in there pretty much all of the time. Besides that, you've also got some different booths in there, kiosks, phone repair, that kind of stuff, normal stuff at a mall. You've got a BJ's restaurant, which is a popular spot, especially a lot of college students. When I was in college, a lot of my friends worked at BJ's. It was a popular place to go work. So those are a few of the shopping options here. I want to zoom out a little bit and show you a little bit more of kind of where a lot of the homes are. So we see all this main shopping stuff here, but in through here is where you're going to have most of your homes that are kind of tucked into St. Matthews. You're going to have some other ones that are back here, and 40207 zip code is mostly going to go kind of up through this whole area, but you're going to have a lot of homes that are tucked in here that are, as of recording now, going to be in the $300,000 to $400,000 range. So you're going to see a lot of homes that are a little bit older. They're sometimes historic. They often have been renovated and flipped, and they're going to be sitting at that $350,000 range. When we look at the city of St. Matthews, the median sales price from December of 2022 was $325,000. For the whole zip code of 40207, the median sales price was $353,000. And these are just for single family homes. And when we look at the whole of the Louisville Metro, when we zoom out here, and not just Louisville Metro, in fact, but all of our MLS, which is kind of going to go all throughout this area, and maybe even a little bit outside of that rough area that I just drew. Your median sale price in December of 2023 was $253,000. So you're looking about $75,000, $100,000 more in this area than across most of the market, and that's because of its proximity to everything. So it's definitely kind of a mixture of like white collar, blue collar area. It's not super high-end, distinguished, gated communities, that kind of stuff. You're going to see more of that as you kind of move out towards the east end, and it's also not really got a lot of that kind of more urban, a little bit more hip feel that you're going to get more in Butchertown, East Market District, Clifton, that area. So this is going to be more of a kind of upper high end for the middle of the market. And when we look at actually our market's sales, luxury is anything for us that's 500,000 and above. And in St. Matthews, you're going to be looking at $325,000, $350,000. So you're not quite to that luxury marketplace yet, but you're not necessarily on the low end either. All right, so there are a couple of more places that I want to show you here in St. Matthews because I haven't gone over the restaurants yet. And the restaurants are one of the most important places. Now, it's not really exactly right in the core of the St. Matthews area. It's close, but as I zoom in here more, you'll see St. Matthews and kind of the shopping district of St. Matthews is going to be more down here around the Watterson. But as we move up closer towards Crescent Hill, which is right here, we are going to have most of the shopping that is, or most of the dining, excuse me, that is here in the neighborhood. And so I want to show you a few of the most popular places, a few of the personal favorites that I have, starting with Mama's Barbecue. Mama's Barbecue is just one of the Louisville staples. If you go there, you've got to get the burnt ends. It's the best thing on the menu. It's an amazing restaurant. It's been there for a long time. Family owned. It's all recipes from the lady that started it, and it's from I think the story goes the mother of the guy that started it. And it's one of the neatest places in the city. There's one here in St. Matthews, and then there's another one over off Hurstbourne. But Mama's is a go-to. You gotta be there. Now we're gonna hop over across Lexington Road here, and we are gonna go to my favorite restaurant in the whole city, actually, in this location in specific, which is Simply Thai. It's this little hole in the wall Thai joint, and it has some of the best curry I've ever had. I don't love spicy curry, so I'm a poser, but I get the pineapple curry here, and I love it. It's my favorite meal in the whole city. You definitely need to check out Simply Thai if you ever come to Louisville or if you're going to move to Louisville. Again, over here on Lexington Road, There is a Asahi Japanese restaurant, which is good, as well as a Biscuit Belly, which recently opened up. That is a place that only serves biscuits and other kind of biscuit related breakfast stuff. And it's excellent. It's very, very good as well. Zooming in a little bit more so you can see some more, there's a couple other places that I wanted to show you over here. So off Shelbyville, there's the Raven Irish Pub, which is a really good joint. Definitely recommend checking that place out, as well as Taco Luchador. Taco Luchador is a really cool Mexican restaurant that is in this old house here, and I've just not been to a Mexican restaurant that's really like that. Taco Luchador has a few locations throughout Louisville, but this one is definitely my favorite. Moving down here, you've actually got something across Willis Avenue, which is Taco Luchador's right on Meridian and Willis, and right across Willis Avenue you have this new location of Sundergas Coffee, which is, in my opinion, undeniably the best coffee in the city, and Louisville is 100% a big coffee city, so you need to check this place out if you ever come. It just opened up, so it's not even here on the map, just like the J. Crew Factory when I was talking about Shelbyville Road Plaza. All right, next we are gonna look at a couple of more places. We're gonna look at Nans and Crafts Florist, which is my favorite florist in the city. I get my wife flowers from here all the time, and they are really, really pretty. Love Nans and Crafts. And next we're gonna look at a Louisville staple. Again, you've got to have Grater's ice cream if you come to Louisville to visit. It's just one of those places that everybody goes to, everybody in the city loves it, and it's one of those can't miss it type of places. Finally, we are gonna head across the road again, and I'm gonna show you a couple more places, and then we're gonna end with Trinity High School. But Smoothie King, if you don't know what Smoothie King is, I don't know if it's at other places or not. It's a little drive-through smoothie shop. They have really good smoothies. They used to have one that was this blueberry acai smoothie that I loved. They discontinued it, I think, for some reason, but I loved getting that from there. If you're into smoothies, that's definitely a great place to check out. As well as Drake's. Drake's is a little sports bar there. They've got a few different locations throughout the city, and this is a popular one right in St. Matthews. And now we're gonna head over here to Trinity High School. So Trinity High School is a popular high school. It is an all-boys high school, and there they have quite the rivalry with another school here in town called St. Xavier High School. And I'll sort of leave you to do more research on that, but they are big rivals in sports, and they are not somebody that you will take long before you know who they are. Trinity is a very well-known part of our community, and everybody has, you know, their little Trinity stickers or their St. X stickers, and there's a lot of pride for these schools. So zooming out, yeah, these are most of kind of the important restaurants, and then finishing off there with Trinity High School. So those are some of my favorite things about St. Matthews. Again, I've got a tour walking all around the area, as well as other videos telling you everything you need to know about St. Matthews, some of the best things that you need to know. I've got a video that's 3 of the best things you need to know before you move to St. Matthews, as well as 3 reasons why maybe you shouldn't ever move to St. Matthews. So those videos are going to be on my channel, and some of them will be linked above me here. I would love for you to go check those out if you think that they would be helpful to you. I help people all day, every day, buy and sell houses here in this neighborhood and in all the other neighborhoods in our city. If you would like my help, I would love to connect with you. My contact information is all in the description below. You can email me, you can call me, you can text me, you can DM me on any of the social media that I have linked below. I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.